Hi, it's Panda Movies here. Today, I'm going to explain the horror movie called Vacancy. Warning, there are spoilers ahead. Enjoy the video. The film opens with David and Amy Fox. They are a couple who are on the verge of divorcing, and as if that is not enough mistaken, they make another as they wind through a mountain road on their way home from a family gathering. Since luck is definitely on their side, their car decides to break down. They are forced to make their way to a rundown auto repair shop. Unfortunately, the car is immediately fixed by a mechanic. After they leave, not even far from the repair shop, their car breaks down again. They head back, but the shop is already closed, so they try to call for help, but realize there is no reception in the area. The couple decide to head over to the nearby motel to ask for help, but as they get nearer to the front desk, they hear a deafening scream coming from the room behind the desk. Mason, the innkeeper's manager, shuts it off and greets the pair. He adds that since the vehicle repair shop across the street won't open until the morning, they should simply reserve a hotel for tonight. Left with no choice, David and Amy accept the suggestion of Mason. As they prepare for bed, the couple hear a loud banging on their hotel room door and the door to the adjacent room as well. David heads to the front desk to ask what the noise was all about, but Mason tells him that they are his only guests for that night. Brushing it off, David goes back to their hotel room and decides to watch a videotape that was left on the TV in the room. At first, they think that it was a random horror film, but later realize that it was actually made at the very room they are staying in. As a result of his search, David finds several concealed cameras in the room and regrettably discovers that Mason is watching them, probably bored out of his mind because there were no other guests. This freaks the couple out. So they try to escape from the hotel to the nearby forest, but are met by three masked individuals and forced to go back inside the room and lock the door. David immediately dials 911 from a payphone near the motel, but Mason answers the phone. Just before the men smash a car into the booth David is in and follow him back to the room, David escapes. A truck driver shows up in this motel's parking lot a short while later. They catch the driver's eye from the window, but quickly realize he is one of Mason's hitmen, and that's after telling them that they were his only guests for the night. Still desperate to find a way to escape, they find a trapdoor in the restroom that opens to a network of tunnels that link to numerous motel rooms. They eventually wind up at the boss's room. Amy tries to contact 911 again, but unfortunately Mason stops her. They manage to evacuate the room and try to sneak back into the tunnel through a different path, still being pursued by Mason's masked hitmen, and arrive in the car garage next to the motel. Fortunately, a sheriff shows up after answering Amy's phone. He searches the rooms, finds a snuff film, and runs away. Amy and David rush to help him, and when they all try to leave, they discover that the engine wiring to the police car has been severed. The hitmen kill the officer as soon as he exits the vehicle. Amy and David dash into a different room. David plans to get to Mason's office to get a revolver while hiding Amy in the ceiling, but the guys stab him as he exits. Amy watches from above as he collapses. Amy leaves in the morning after discovering one of the murderer's cars. Two of the men are killed when she crashes into the motel as she tries to flee when a masked man intrudes from the sunroof. Amy then dashes into the lobby and discovers the revolver there. As he hits her and tapes the battle on camera, Mason appears and starts to strangle her with the phone cable. Amy fights back and eventually shoots at Mason after gaining the upper hand. When Amy comes back to where David had collapsed, she discovers he is still alive. Taking the phone wire out of Mason's jacket pocket, she returns to reception and connects it to the phone in order to dial 911. As David waits for the police to arrive, she quickly returns to soothe him.